Alright, it's been brought to my attention by a number of people about goat fences on Tenter Street. This is where there's been the £16.5 million spent on cycle lanes and the Dutch roundabout. But it gets even worse. Improved Sheffield told me yesterday that there was a lot of litter down here, and it's shocking with litter. Now, I've worked in this block here, block 3 of Griffin House, Pennine Centre, for 15 years. And we didn't need all this nonsense when I worked here. I was a pedestrian and a car driver, and the whole area worked really well. So we had a roundabout here, much easier roundabout to use, that made the traffic flow better. Let's have a walk down. I will put a freedom of information into Sheffield Council and ask them about the goat fences, like I did about the TARDIS on Fargate. You've got to call them out for what they are. I think this is called rewilding. Probably get some deer down here as well. But just here is the Cinder Tower. I think that's 27 stories. And then you've got Whitecroft next to it, which is going to be about 17 stories. That don't look like it's even topped off yet. But you can see the 17 up there, can't you? But I did come down here yesterday, my camera failed. I had an issue with it, which I've fixed, but I'd done a software reset before doing an hard reset. And I set the parameters up and I put it on a white balance setting, and it's completely caused issues. But you can see better today, just the amount. This is not bad, this bit. But this is supposed to be grey to green, and I don't see it looking very green to me. But they can never let the growth go up too high, because if I'm stood up, I'm much higher than somebody sat down in a car. So if they ever let this get any higher, it's going to actually obstruct the view. But I bet we don't see a single cyclist today. So you can see this is supposed to be grey to green. It's just weeds. But we used to have a pelican crossing at the bottom, and we had a pelican crossing near the top, and it worked really well. So does anybody know what the goat fences are for? I don't really believe they're going to have goats here or deer any in the future. But I'm wondering if it's to stop you actually crossing the road at certain points. But if you see a cyclist, please shout up. But I'm going to cross the road in a moment and just show you how bad it is with litter. I mean, we have a generation that bleats on about net zero, but it appears that most of this generation can't even put the litter in the bin. I mean, we've all seen Glastonbury, haven't we? The state they leave it in. Now they say, oh, well, somebody will clear up after us. No, put your own litter in the bin. It's not up to somebody else to clean up after you. So let's just get across to this side, and then we can really show you how bad it is. So the purpose of grey to green is to hold water back so it doesn't flood at lower levels. But the water's going to go straight into that drain. And Improved Sheffield, he's done a few videos on this, and what he's saying is it's not even cambered in the right direction, so the water doesn't actually go into this area. Now, I just saw a cyclist over my shoulder. That was a bit of a shock. But you can just see it's like a big rubbish bin. Might as well just carry on a bit down here. But we're heading down to the Dutch roundabout. But I don't see this ever becoming green, to tell you the truth. It looks like it's going to be grey to gravel. I mean, I think this has been finished about 3 months and it's already looking so ropey. 16.5 million quid. For this. Now, just across here, we used to be able to drive in and out of the front of the building, and now they've made it impossible. Cyclists only. And then look along down here. As you can see, 5 looks like beer bottles down there. But I always think my videos make things look better than they really are. That's another cyclist. But look at that hill we're having to cycle up. It's not flat, is it, like Cambridge or Holland? And just over there, I think you can see more litter in it. So absolutely fantastic dumping grounds, aren't they? See another bit there, can't you? Now, after my video on Angel Street, some of the litter's gone. It's been cleaned up a bit, so I don't know whether they were going through on a cycler doing it, but it still looks ropey. I'm just going to cross here in a moment. Yeah, I can cross now. This is another bit. Now, I know I'd be considered middle class when I were a manager at a bank, and I know the working class on the other side of the road, this was all like industrial over here. They didn't just chuck the litter on the floor like this. Never had so much money spent on the infrastructure in Sheffield, but it's not been respected. So we're on Queen Street there. I think you can still drive up and down there, but they're making it difficult. But we've not got any rain for a while, have we? I think there's at least another 7 days without rain, and these plants are not getting any water. When they were doing the fire gate, they were just leaving the plants thirsty. They looked like they were dying before they even put them in the ground. But I mean, this is tragic, isn't it? £16.5 million. Is it even worth putting in a freedom of information request to Sheffield City Council? Is there any point? Do they care? Somebody's got a contract, got the 16.5 million. But my view is that we had a lot more green in Sheffield before, but it was grass, and then we had lovely areas where we had flower tubs, or we had flower organised sort of gardens that looked really nice. But we did have an army of gardeners. But even at times they let things go. But I really can't see this greening up at all. It's absolutely shameful, isn't it? To me, a simple solution. One is education, but we've got so many people coming into the city because it's the city of asylum, and they're not adopting our culture. But we've got our own people that can't be bothered either. We throw away disposable culture, so we need education, but we also need to penalise people for doing it. My way of penalising them is have wardens. If they drop it and don't pick it up when they're asked, then straight away they'd have a week-long litter picking. Fine. So I won't fine them in money, I'll fine them in the time. But one of the issues around here is, like I said before, if I'm stood up, I'm actually higher than somebody sat down in a car. Now, it's so easy for larger things to start to germinate in here, and before you know it, all these areas could be an issue for, you know, for car drivers to not see people from behind them. But even down the old Pedestrian road, or the connection with the Pedestrian road, even down here, they've got goat fences. So it's going to be really interesting with the Freedom of Information request, what the goat fences are, what the goat fences are for. So that's it really. I wish the police would get out of the cars and actually do the job that a policeman should do. Actually prevent crime in the first place by being observed by the public. So that's it really. If you can like the video, follow the channel and click on notifications for new videos in the future. I'd appreciate it. I have already done a video on, I think, Castlegate and the road that extends up to here, Bridge Street. So you can watch that. But if you can like the video, follow the channel and click on notifications for new videos in the future. I'd appreciate that. But that's looking up Centre Street. It's not recognisable to me anymore. Oh, I forgot. I think there's 384 more flats going on Western Tower, so that'll be knocked down. That's another part of the net zero, where rather than actually reconditioning that building, they'll smash it down. That's not net zero to me. It's like just getting rid of a car when it's still got 10 years life on it. So that's it. Over and out from sunny Sheffield today.